All right, hey guys, appreciate everybody coming. This is going to be a really demanding football game for our team, our players. South Alabama is typical of all Southern teams, from that Alabama, South Georgia, Florida area. They have tremendous talent on their team. So there's a lot of difficult matchups for us on both sides of the ball. They've been one of the best defensive teams in the conference all year long. Play a lot of man coverage. They got tremendous team speed on defense. They really haven't given up a lot of points to anybody other than their last game to Georgia Southern where things just got out of hand. But other than that, they've really shut everybody down all season. So we've got some major concerns dealing with their defense. And then offensively, they've had a lot of injuries on offense, particularly at running back. But, they've managed to be competitive and keep moving the football. So hope we have a huge crowd out here. We're going to need everything we can get to go with us to help us win this football game because, again, it's going to be very demanding. Joey Jones, their head coach, I have a lot of respect for. He's done a tremendous job building that program, and this is going to be Joey's last game, and I guarantee you their kids are going to play their hearts out for him being his last game. So it's going to be a great, great challenge for our team. Any questions?
Obviously, the roles are kind of reversed. Last year, they were 5-6 with the season finale. They won that game. This year, obviously, you're 5-6 with the home finale. What do you think they're being told, at practice to kind of keep them motivated, even though they're no longer bowl eligible?
Well, again, they're going to be playing for Joey more than anything. You try to send him out with a win, and that's motivation enough. I mean, he's an outstanding coach and an even better person. I've got to know him over my time in the Sun Belt here. So I guarantee you their kids are going to play hard. And that's what competition's about anyway. Anytime you tee it up, you're going to play hard. So we'll get their best effort Saturday for sure.
Can you just talk about Tyler, OJ, and Jamin, I think, are injured guys from last week?
Yeah, Jamin is good to go. He had he had some virus that only children get that he showed up with. It was very contagious, and I can't even begin to explain to you. But he's good to go. He'll practice tomorrow and is not contagious anymore, so he's going to be fine. OJ is going to be out, his separated shoulder. So we won't have him, which is unfortunate. He's been a really big play guy for us at wide receiver. But that is the position we have a lot of depth at. So we'll handle that. Tyler, very encouraged with. He's going to practice today. He could have played last Saturday. But, if he got hit that early, we might have lost him for the rest of the season. So we really wanted to try to win that game without him. And our defense and Nick enabled us to do that. We would have only played him in an emergency. So he threw the ball Sunday and threw it really well. He was throwing, 35-yard flag routes with no problem. And so we'll, test him out today and see how he is again, a little bit more tomorrow, but fully expect him to start and play and then have Nick ready in case Tyler can't finish the game.
South Alabama has started 2 quarterbacks this year, Davis and Garvin. I think Garvin's played one more game than Davis, but what are the differences between those 2 quarterbacks? Are you preparing for both, and what are different things they bring to the table?
Yeah, it's difficult because you have to prepare for both. And, one of them runs a little bit better than the other, but their offensive play calling really doesn't change a whole lot. But you would like to at least know who you're going to face, and we really don't. We don't know what they're going to do with that. So, between that and the injuries they've had on offense, that's kind of what slowed them down this year. But, again, they've got the talent to be explosive at any time. So we need another great effort, from our defense.
Coach, to use the line, win and you're bowl eligible, tell me what it's like using that line with your team.
Well, it's great to be in this position, Tom, no question. How many meaningless games have we played at this time of year here? So to have a game that's meaningful is great. I tell you what I did talk to our team about is that, and I think they understand this and they're on board with this, is it's not about a bowl game. It's about us getting some respect. And, it's been a long time where we've had people not talk good about us, nationally and around here even. And so for these kids to go out and get the 6th win, to get the respect that they want, that's really what they've been chasing all year. They played with a chip on their shoulder all year long. And I'm just trying to keep them focused on that more than I am what happens after this game.
South Alabama does throw the ball a lot better than they run it, so it was kind of the opposite from last week. You guys knew Idaho if you could shut down their run game. So I guess just is it a different challenge for your defense this week?
Yeah, I mean, their problem with the run game has been they've had, I think, 4 running backs have been hurt and out for the season, and that's hard for anybody to overcome. But it still comes down to you have to make them be one-dimensional and throw the ball. You still can't let them come and invent a running game all of a sudden this Saturday. But, we've got to play good in the back end. We've got to get pressure on the quarterback like we did last week, and we need to create turnovers. And that's what their offense has done a nice job of taking care of the ball this year. And their defense has done a great job of causing turnovers. I think they've caused the second most right behind us. They've caused 19 turnovers, and 12 of them have been fumbles, which means they hit you hard. And our offense has got to do a great job taking care of the football here.
And this Saturday, obviously the chance to go to a bowl game. I feel like this game on Saturday is kind of 5 years in the making for you. You've taken your lumps as the head coach here, gone through a lot, put in a lot of work. Can you just kind of reflect on, how hard it's been to get the program to this point, and maybe talk to Aggie fans a little bit on, just coming out on Saturday and showing support for the team?
Yeah, well, certainly we need a crowd here. There's no question about that. We need an energetic stadium. This is going to be a tremendous challenge for us to win this football game, and we need the crowd behind us to help motivate these guys. They need every advantage we can get, so that's for sure. And I'm sure people will come. That was a good crowd we had last week, and I hope it'll be even better this week. The program, it's been hard. This has been difficult, and I can't give enough credit to our assistant coaches. We've had particularly the group that's here right now. This group has been phenomenal. They're great coaches. They're great recruiters. They've done a fantastic job of selling this program. We don't have a lot of the things that other people have. We have to, be creative and find ways to win on Saturdays, to recruit, all those type of things, and they've done a great job of that. I think it'll be really rewarding if we can get this win and really prove how far we've come. I think most people within the conference, people that we play, understand how far we've come. We've already got respect from those people, but it's people that maybe don't see us every day and don't see how far this program has come, and that will make a difference. One of the things that I'm the most proud of here is what we've done academically with this program. This place was an academic wreck when we took over. We had APR penalties. We lost a day of practice. We didn't have enough scholarships. We've now got one of the strongest academic programs in the country and in the Sun Belt. And I know that's not sexy for fans and all that type of stuff. Nobody really cares, but I care. And our players have done a great job of fixing that. So, I knew it was going to be a challenge when I came here. One of the keys to it has been Mario Mocha, our athletic director, gave us the time and the support to get it done. He's one of the few ADs, I think, that understands when you take a program over like this, it's not going to get done in 1, 2, or even 3 years. It's going to be 4 recruiting classes, and that's what it's taken us. This is our 4th recruiting class that's in here right now, and that's really what has gotten it turned. No, go ahead.
A lot of the reason for the turnaround has been the senior class. It seems like they all have, most of them had to play as freshmen. If you could talk about this particular group, and do they mean something special for you, because I think that's your first 4.
Yeah, they were our first recruiting class. That's, Larry Rose, Dalton Harrington, all those guys. Since last spring, they've been a different group as far as the leadership of this program. They've taken ownership of the program. The coaches, we really haven't had to guide them as far as motivating them or demanding things from them. It's come from the senior class. And they had a confidence about them, swagger about them, and they were just on a mission to get it done. We sold them when we recruited them that they would be the class to change this football program, and they bought into that. And back when we recruited them, they bought on credit. We didn't have that really nice weight room, and we didn't have a nice turf field out here. We didn't have any of the facilities that we have now. So we were really selling them a vision. And they bought in, and they've come here and they've worked their tails off and developed in the weight room into being really good players. And most of them really all of them are playing their best football this year. Dalton Harrington should be the defensive player of the year in this conference. He's led the conference in tackles and tackles for loss. And Tyler Rogers, in my opinion, should be the offensive player of the year in this conference, what he's done. And, Larry Rose has had an incredible career and having another good senior year. So all these guys are playing their best football this year. And, they're all going to be successful when they leave here. That's the biggest thing, too. And they've laid a groundwork that we have a chance to be successful beyond this. It's not like this is a one-hit wonder for us. We got a lot of players coming back. we've got to do some things different around here if we're going to sustain this, but we certainly have the opportunity to sustain this because of these kids.
Larry has a different role this year, but I think he's still been important to your offense.
He's been vital to our offense. You know, we have gone from being, you know, a real balanced team to being a throwing team. And the thing that makes that work a lot of that is that Larry's a great receiver out of the backfield. And you can split him out even in empty sets and throw the ball to him. You can still hand the ball to him, and obviously you know what you're going to get there. But he has been crucial in the passing game. And he's one of the most unselfish players I've been around. You know, most running backs, if you'd had a switch in offensive philosophy like that, wouldn't accept it. You know, like Larry, you know, he doesn't even blink. He just wants to win, and that's one of the great things about him.
Recruiting got off to a slow start this year, and I think some of that was due in part to the contract situation. Obviously, that got, you know, figured out and settled. But how much does it help when you can sell that you have a competitive football program that is beginning to win games to high school prospects?
Yeah, I mean, it's that certain winning attracts players, and you know, we're still a little bit behind in the recruiting process right now. We're, you know, desperately trying to catch up, but when you were making progress there, so you know, another win Saturday goes a long way to promoting that and getting your message out there nationally a little bit more. But certainly, we've gotten more attention from recruits than what we have in the past, and then our individual players that have stepped up, like the year that Jaleel has had. It's kind of easy for us to go talk to wide receivers about coming to play here, you know, and the year that Tyler's had and our passing offense and all those type of things. It's been a pretty good sell. And then our defense, you know, just set the single season record for sacks, and so, you know, become a pressure defense, and I think that's attractive to players. So winning, you know, solves a lot of problems. Winning creates some problems. So they're just different problems, and so that's kind of what we're dealing with now.